In this video, we take a look at Wales's U-turn decision to switch the 20-mile-an-hour roads back to 30 miles an hour. We see the chaos caused by the Harry Potter train, and the tourism tax is coming to England and Wales. Hi all, and welcome to Motorhome and Campervan News. I'm Ads. Thank you very much for joining me. We'll start off with some more bad behaving campervanners on the North Coast 500 because there doesn't seem to be a shortage of that type of news at the moment. Within 24 hours, a campsite along the route has had 2 separate incidents of campervanners stealing from the campsite. They used the facilities, such as emptying their waste and getting fresh water, without paying for the service. One campervanner hurled abuse when he was told that they needed to pay. The police have now got involved. And then there are reports of motorhomes camping in car parks and on the side of roads with all their furniture out, such as tables, chairs, barbecues and awnings, etc. It might be very tempting to do so with the beautiful views and maybe some sunshine, but it's not allowed. It uses up parking spaces for others to use or forces pedestrians to walk around them or into the road. I don't know why we're seeing more and more bad behaving vanners. It appears that everyone has forgotten to pack their brains and common sense. If you know why vanners have become a bunch of then please let us know in the doobly-doo. I suspect social media is to blame here, like this rental company saying that you can wild camp anywhere you like in a campervan, which of course you can't. Harry Potter's Hogwarts express train may be fictitious, but there is a real steam train that runs along a viaduct that you can see in the movies. The Glenfinnan viaduct is a real viaduct in the small village of Glenfinnan in the Highlands, and it has become extremely popular with Harry Potter fans, young and old. So much so that the local community built a 110 space overflow car park beside the National Trust for Scotland's car park of 45 spaces. However, it's still not enough. Take a look at this dashcam footage sent to me by a subscriber who has lived in Glenfinnan for 24 years. 4 times a day the Jacobite steam train goes over the viaduct, and 4 times a day the village is jam-packed with inconsiderate drivers parking their cars, campervans and motorhomes along the verge. No parking on verge signs and double yellow lines have recently been painted along the road, which are completely ignored, or vehicles are parked behind the lines. Parking on the verge and on pavements is illegal in Scotland, but the police simply don't care, or the sheer number of offenders is too much for them. It is estimated that to supply the demand, the car park should be expanded to hold 800 vehicles, but I don't see that happening. This has caused huge headaches and disruption to locals in the area who are prisoners in their own homes 4 times a day when the train goes past. But I think it's going to get worse because they are now installing bollards and building up the verges along the road. This could cause long tailbacks as people try to find a parking spot, and will probably look very ugly at this scenic location. The National Trust for Scotland must be laughing all the way to the bank, but the 130 or so residents are not financially benefiting. So if you're planning on seeing the Glenfinnan viaduct and the steam train, please spare a thought for other people and move on if it's too busy. Or how about actually taking a ride on the steam train itself? Glenfinnan has a train station, so you can stop off, explore and see all the sights, including the train and the viaduct. Not a year has gone by since the Welsh government changed the speed limits on all 30-mile-an-hour roads to 20 miles an hour, and now they are thinking about scrapping the scheme and switching some of the signs back to 30 miles an hour. Could this be due to the record-breaking petition of over 500,000 signatures, or maybe the many complaints received of tailbacks? Or could it be because the scheme is very unpopular and there is an election on the way? Well, it's probably due to all of these. April's figures for just North Wales says that 660 motorists have been caught speeding in a 20-mile-an-hour zone. The new Transport Secretary for Wales, Ken Skates, said that the 20-mile-an-hour road scheme will be changed to be more targeted towards roads that really need it, such as around schools, and that residents will be able to vote on which roads get changed back. He also estimates that it will cost between £3 to £5 million to change them back to 30 miles an hour. If only there was a huge skip with thousands of 30-mile-an-hour signs that they could use. Wow. So that's the good news. The bad news is that the Welsh Government is planning on introducing a tourist tax in the next few years. They estimate that a decision won't be made until 2025, with the tax possibly being introduced in 2027. The tax will be based on overnight stays at hotels, B&Bs, self-catering and caravans. It's not clear whether this means touring caravans and motorhomes or static caravans, or maybe they simply mean all campsites. Who knows? We've still got a long way off until it happens, and they still have to go through a consultation period and a vote. If you've been thinking about touring Wales, it's probably best to start now if you don't want to pay any tourist tax. And as a side note, some cities along the south coast of England are introducing a tourist tax from July. Large hotels in Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole will charge an extra £2 per night per room. Campsites will not be affected, but who knows what will happen in the future. I'm afraid that's all we got time for. Let us know your thoughts on misbehaving vanners, the tourist tax or Harry Potter fans. If you like this video or you don't want to miss the next exciting motorhome news episode, then there are buttons that you can click specifically for that. Until next time, thanks for watching and goodbye.